Going on, Baneites? It's the People's Champ, Beast Mode Bane, and today we're doing something a little different. A lot of times, Beast Mode Bane is raw as fuck, and I'm too intense. So for this next inspirational video, it was my alter ego, Anthony. He gave a speech. I want you to listen to the message. We look different, we talk different, but we have the same message for you. Work hard, stay blessed, and I'll talk to you guys later.
I would now like to introduce our commencement speaker for today. Mr. R. Anthony Moss is a local inspirational speaker with over 15 years of experience. He has served in the military and is currently in the process of writing his first book. Please help me welcome Mr. R. Anthony Moss.
Move this up just a little bit. Good morning. Graduates, I want to tell you congratulations. You're going to embark on the next chapter of your lives, an amazing, exciting journey. I wish you well, and I know that you all will make your families and yourselves proud. I want to talk a little bit today about motivation and inspiration. You see, I've done this for about 15 years, and I hate the term motivational speaker. If I motivate you, then that means as long as I'm in your presence, as long as I'm around, you're going to be focused and have discipline to complete a goal and get something accomplished. Well, once you remove me from that equation, then the motivation tends to die down. I have every intention today to inspire you. If I'm able to connect with you in a way that I can inspire you, that helps you motivate yourself. And that's what we should aim for. See, the world is a crazy place. From all the shootings to the political system is crazy, the craziest I've ever seen it. And I'll stand here before you today and tell you life is good. We act like that if life is a movie, that we're stuck in a chair and all we can do is just watch scene after scene after scene. And that's living a passive life, and that's not your purpose. That's not why you're here. You have the power, or we're not taught that we have the power to go to the projector room and change the movie if we don't like what we see. Why aren't we taught that? Why don't we realize that's the power that we have within ourselves? You see, if we decide we can change the way that we are, just one decision, just decide to do something. Humans were the only people that have that luxury. Now, we can all eat better, right? Let's be honest. I'm going to be honest with you, so we can all eat a little better. And if we say, you know what, I'm going to eat better starting tomorrow, as long as we follow that thought up with an action, we've changed who we are. Just one thought can completely change who you are. Imagine if you take 5 thoughts or 10 thoughts and you focus on being the best version of yourself. What do you think you can accomplish if you're able to do that? You see, I'm optimistic or naive enough to think that we can change the world. Everyone here can change the world. As I'm sitting out and I'm looking out at the crowd, there could be a future president right here, a future CEO. One of these nurses may change the face of healthcare forever. But in order to change the world, we have to change ourselves and start by being honest. Be honest about who you are and embrace your shortcomings. Don't run from them because your weaknesses are part of what makes you you. And you are powerful and you are special. Never forget that. You see, life is hard, but it's not complicated. It's hard, but it's not complicated. It's simple. If you have a desire, a dream, or a goal, you go after it and you don't stop until you've accomplished it. There's nothing complicated about that. That's very simple. Now, myself, I was born in the 80s, so I'm an 80s baby. And dating in 2018 is crazy to me. You know, I was taught that you see a nice looking young lady, you say, excuse me, miss, you're beautiful, can I take you out? And I have conversation. Today it's crazy. You pull out your phone and you get on an app and you can make your life look more exciting than it is, and you create this profile. And we have standards, right? When we're creating our profile, we want somebody that's 6'2", makes $100,000 a year, has no debt, drives a Ferrari, loves dogs, wants to rub our feet, give us a massage and everything else. And that's okay because we're precious and we should have standards and we should have expectations of others. But my question to you is, how can we have expectations of others when we don't live up to our own expectations of ourselves? How many times do we say, we're going to get out of debt this year? We're going to start working out. We're going to start investing in our education, investing in ourselves. Don't have an expectation of someone else that you can't even have of yourself. And the thing is that you can focus on a million different reasons on why you shouldn't do something. You know, for myself, and again, you know, being in my mid-30s, going to the gym in my early 20s, it was a lot easier for me. And it's not because I don't enjoy it. I actually enjoy the endorphins and everything that comes along with working out. But it's time. I have family commitments. You know, I'm the CEO of 3 businesses that I'm trying to build and get off the ground. And so it's my time. I can stand here today and tell you a million reasons on why I can't go. But that's too hard. Why would you do that? Just focus on your why. Your one reason why you should get something accomplished. Now, for me, I have a daughter that she'll be 3 in August, and she resembles her father, but trust me, she gets her beauty from her mom. And, you know, I know that one day I'm not going to know where the time went, and my baby girl's going to come home, and as girls transition into young women, she's going to think about boys and all the things that I don't even want to think about standing on the stage today. And so my reason why is when these young men come to my door, I want them to see an imposing person. I want them to see a physical presence so they know they're going to come with respect and treat her like a young woman deserves to be treated. That's my why. So find your why, please. Make sure you find your why. You know, there's a lot of controversy around the founding of America, and I'm not here to debate that, but I will say that the founding fathers definitely got something wrong. It's a big misconception that we all believe. And so if you don't hear anything else I say to you this morning, if you tune me out, if I can't inspire or even motivate you, pay attention because you need to take this away. It's going to change your life. They stated that we're all entitled to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Have you heard that before? Right? Real simple. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Why would you want the right to pursue something that you may or may not ever catch? Graduates and everyone here today, you're entitled to life, liberty, and the attainment of happiness. Don't just pursue it, but have it. Hold it close, possess it, live it. Don't spend your time chasing something you can't catch. Know what you want, go after it, and catch it. You know, it's fitting to me to where my thoughts are formulated. When I write speeches, I actually don't write them. I think about an occasion, I think about an event, and I just start talking. And I feel like I found my purpose is to do my part to help make this world a better place. And I always thought it was fitting that this is where I ended up in my speech, because as nurses, you make things better. You're the backbone of the healthcare system. And I got one back there that agrees. And being the backbone of the healthcare system, you leave things better than you found them. You know, a few years ago when I broke my leg, you know, the surgeon came in, and the surgeon was great, and he came in, cut me open, put some screws in, and then he billed my insurance company, and that was the last I saw of him. But it was the nurses that were there that helped me get through it. They were compassionate. And like 30 days later, it was after I left the hospital, I got a random call from a nurse that said, "Hey Anthony, how are you doing? How are you feeling?" And that may have been part of her job, but she was sincere. I felt the compassion come through, and I've appreciated that from her. So I'm gonna ask you, who are you? And why are you here? What's your purpose? What are you personally gonna do to make this world better for those coming behind us? What can you do to leave this place better than you found it? Because we can all do that with life. It's just a decision, it's just a commitment, and it's just a choice. You're more powerful than you realize. We can't even comprehend the power that our brain generates. We've just begun to tap into it. So tap in that to be the best version of yourself. You know, I talked about misconceptions and lies that the founding fathers led us to believe. Some people disagree with me, I'm not here to argue, but another misconception is that we need 8 hours a night of sleep. Regardless of your spiritual or religious beliefs, whether it's Jesus, Allah, or the universe, do you really think that the Creator created us to spend a third of our lives asleep? If you get 8 hours of sleep now, go to 7. That gives you an extra hour a day, 365. We do that math, that's roughly an extra 2 weeks. Use that time to build a plan for your lives. Focus on you, bettering yourself, and how you're going to change the world. But it starts by being the best version of yourself. You see, here at CWS, the whole goal, the whole purpose is we're going to change the world one person at a time. If I can make you the best version of you, you're going to have happiness. Nothing superficial. You're going to have internal happiness. And if you have that, you're more apt to help the next person find happiness. We can make the world better one person at a time. I really appreciate the opportunity to speak in front of everyone today, and I thank you for your time and your attention. And nurses, this is one thing I want you to remember. When you're on your second or third 12-hour shift in a row, and your back hurts, your feet hurt, the doctor's an idiot, whatever it may be, don't forget today. Don't forget all the hard work you put forth, why you became nurses to begin with, and what you're going to do to leave things better than you found them. Because that's truly why you're here. And negative will always be there. Don't focus on the negative. You know, do me a favor, when you leave, whether it's today, tomorrow, or Monday when you're going to work, I want you to focus on all the white cars that are on the road. Or pick a color by random, red, blue, doesn't matter. What you're gonna notice is that there's a lot of cars of that color. Those cars have always been there, you've just never been focused on them. The same is true about your talents and your gifts. They're always there. You just have to focus on them. Again, thank you for your time. I want you guys to work hard, stay blessed, and we'll talk later.
I'm not quite as tall as he is. Thank you, Mr. Moss. It is now the time that everyone looks forward to, the